Let's get one thing straight. You are not broke because you lack talent, brains, or the mythological hustle that internet gurus are always aggressively trying to sell you. You probably have an abundance of ability. No, your bank account looks like a sad math equation because you possess the strategic subtlety of a neon sign in a dark alley. You stay poor because you are painfully, tragically obvious. You expose absolutely everything, leaking your life's blueprints to a world that is more than happy to steal them, mock them, or simply charge you rent for them. Society loves to feed us the lie that hard work and ability alone will build a fortune. If that were true, every single person working 3 shifts in food service would be a billionaire by next Tuesday. The reality is that wealth requires leverage, and leverage requires holding on to information. But you treat your life like an open-source software project. Every thought, every half-baked business idea, and every minor financial victory is immediately broadcasted to the public domain. Consider your social media presence, which currently functions as a real-time documentary of your impending failures. The moment you decide to start a new side hustle, before you've even bought the domain name or registered the LLC, you're already posting a cryptic motivational quote about building empires. You haven't made a single dime, yet you feel compelled to update your 200 followers on the grueling nature of your grind. The only thing you're grinding is your own gears in public. Then there is the classic premature announcement. You tell everyone about the big promotion you're going to get, the deal you're about to close, or the investment that is definitely going to hit. You expose your entire hand before the dealer has even finished shuffling the cards. This doesn't make you look like a visionary. It paints a massive target on your back. It invites sabotage, jealousy, or at the very least, the collective eye roll of your peers when the deal inevitably falls through because you jinxed it with your own megaphone. Let's talk about your poker face, or rather, the fact that your face is less of a poker face and more of a billboard advertising your desperation. When you walk into a negotiation, whether it's for a salary raise or a used car, you radiate neediness. You show exactly how much you want it, exactly what your bottom line is, and exactly how terrified you are of walking away. The person across the table doesn't even have to negotiate. They just have to sit in silence and wait for you to excitedly negotiate against yourself. The truly wealthy understand the staggering power of mystery. They operate behind NDAs, shell companies, and politely vague responses at cocktail parties. When someone asks a wealthy person how their business is doing, they say, "Oh, plugging along," while quietly buying a small island. When someone asks you how your dropshipping business is doing, you give them a PowerPoint presentation on your profit margins, your supplier issues, and your deep-seated anxiety regarding Facebook ad algorithms. By exposing everything, you fall directly into the envy trap. The world is a competitive place, and people generally do not like watching others climb out of the crab bucket. When you loudly broadcast your every step upward, you are practically begging the other crabs to reach up and pull you back down. You make yourself an obvious obstacle in the minds of others, instead of a silent operator they never even saw coming. And then there's the financial flex, perhaps the most embarrassing form of overexposure. In a desperate attempt to not look poor, you buy things that scream, "I have no disposable income, but desperately want you to think I do." The oversized designer logos, the financed luxury car parked outside a rented apartment, these aren't markers of success. They are giant, flashing indicators that you have zero financial literacy. Old money whispers, your credit card debt screams, your emotional transparency is equally bankrupting. You mistake venting for vulnerability, treating every professional connection like a free therapy session. You let your boss know exactly how stressed you are. You let your clients know when you're desperate for a contract. And you let your competitors see when you are sweating. In the corporate wilderness, bleeding openly is a fantastic way to attract sharks, not sympathy. Worse still is your habit of giving away your absolute best ideas for free, purely because you crave a little pat on the back. You want to be recognized for your brilliance so badly that you'll explain your entire strategy to anyone who will listen, effectively doing their research and development for them. You prioritize a fleeting moment of validation over long-term monetization. You are practically paying people to steal your thunder. Contrast this with the people who are actually winning. They move in silence. They don't announce their wins. Their bank accounts speak for them. They don't complain about their losses. They quietly adjust their strategy. If they find a gold mine, they don't immediately post a selfie with the pickaxe on Instagram. They quietly buy up all the land around it. They are unpredictable, and predictability is the enemy of profit. You, on the other hand, are trapped in the hustle illusion. You want to be seen working hard, which takes up a surprising amount of the energy you should be using to actually work hard. You are so busy setting up the ring light and the time-lapse video of your late-night office hours that you forget to produce any actual value. You are optimizing for optics, not outcomes. Your predictability is your ultimate downfall. Because you have exposed your habits, your triggers, your desires, and your fears, you are incredibly easy to manipulate. Marketers know exactly what ad to serve you to drain your wallet. Employers know exactly what hollow, unpaid title to offer you to avoid giving you a raise. You have handed the world the user manual to your own psychology. The remedy for this chronic condition is agonizingly simple, but requires a discipline you currently lack. Shut up. Close your mouth, lock your phone, and swallow the urge to prove your worth to people who frankly do not care. Learn the delicate art of nodding, smiling, and offering absolutely nothing of substance about your next move. Become a black box. Let people wonder how you're doing, rather than giving them the itemized receipt of your struggles. So, no, your lack of funds is not a tragedy of untalented proportions. It is a comedy of errors starring your inability to keep a secret. You have the ability to build the life you want, but until you learn to hoard your plans as fiercely as you hoard your excuses, you will remain exactly where you are. Stop being so obvious, put away the megaphone, and try, just for a little while, to let your silence do the heavy lifting.